Most people think 90 days sober just means no hangovers for 3 months, but that's not what really happens, because 90 days isn't just time passing, it's a complete biological reset. Your brain chemistry changes, your hormones rebalance, your energy, your emotions, even your identity start to shift. And here's the truth, most people have no idea how powerful that window really is. They quit for a few weeks, feel better, then relapse, not realizing they stopped right before the breakthrough. So in this video, I'm going to show you 10 things that actually happen to your body and brain over the first 90 days, based on the latest neuroscience and behavioral research. By the end of this, you'll understand why those 3 months are the most important period of your life, and why, if you push through them, you'll never need willpower again. Let's start with what happens in the very first week. 1. Your brain starts rebalancing. Within hours of your last drink, your brain begins recalibrating. Alcohol has been artificially increasing GABA, your brain's calm chemical, and suppressing glutamate, your brain's go chemical. That's why you felt relaxed when you drank, and anxious when you didn't. Once you quit, your brain has to relearn how to balance those chemicals on its own. That's what withdrawal really is. Not punishment, just readjustment. After a few days, that internal seesaw begins to steady. Your mind starts to clear. The fog starts lifting. And right behind it comes something else. Something you might not expect. 2. Your sleep gets worse before it gets better. During the first 2 weeks, your sleep can feel terrible. You toss and turn, wake up at 3 a.m., dream vividly, or not at all. That's because alcohol has been sedating your REM cycles for years. It knocked you out, but it never let your brain rest. Now, for the first time, your body is trying to restore real sleep. It feels rough at first, but it's actually a sign of recovery. By week 3, your REM cycles return. You start waking up refreshed instead of wrecked. You dream again. And with real sleep comes the first taste of natural energy. 3. Your energy rises in waves. Most people notice bursts of energy around the 3-week mark. You'll feel moments of clarity, motivation, lightness, followed by dips where you crash for no reason. That's your adrenal system stabilizing. For years, alcohol hijacked cortisol and adrenaline, flooding your body with stress hormones every time you drank, then sedating them after. Now your body's learning how to regulate them naturally again. Those waves are your system finding rhythm. And when it does, something incredible happens next. 4. Your liver begins to regenerate. The liver is the only organ that can regenerate itself. Within 30 days of quitting, liver fat can drop by up to 30%. Inflammation decreases. Your liver enzymes, AST and ALT, start normalizing. And that change isn't just internal. You'll see it. Your skin clears. Your eyes whiten. The puffiness in your face fades as your lymphatic system unclogs. That's your body's way of saying, "We're back in business." And when your liver heals, your metabolism, hormones, and energy follow, which leads straight into the next change, one most people don't see coming. 5. Your emotions come back. By the 1-month mark, your emotions return. All of them. The joy, the sadness, the boredom, the anxiety. It's overwhelming for some people because alcohol's been suppressing those emotions for years, but this isn't regression. It's release. When your brain stops numbing, it starts feeling again. And feeling is how you heal. You start noticing small things. Laughter that feels genuine, moments that actually move you. That's emotional restoration. That's your humanity returning. But that emotional awakening also exposes something deeper, your truth. 6. Your relationships shift. Around the 6-week point, you start seeing your relationships differently. Some get stronger, others fade, because now that your awareness is clear, you can finally see which connections were real and which were built around drinking. It's disorienting at first. You might feel lonely, but what's actually happening is alignment. The people who matter will lean in. The ones who were just drinking buddies will drift. And that's okay, because what's coming next requires space. 7. Your identity starts to change. At 2 months sober, something powerful begins to unfold. Your identity rewires. You stop saying, "I'm trying not to drink," and start thinking, "I'm just not a drinker." That small shift changes everything. Because your brain doesn't like internal conflict. Once your behavior matches your identity, resistance disappears. That's why you stop thinking about alcohol all the time. You don't need to use willpower anymore. You're just being consistent with who you are. And once that identity solidifies, your future opens up. 8. Your focus sharpens. By day 60, your attention span skyrockets. The fog that once made even small tasks feel heavy finally clears. This isn't just mental, it's structural. Studies show that gray matter in the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision-making and discipline, begins to grow again after 8 weeks of sobriety. You start thinking long-term. You stop procrastinating, you follow through. Your brain literally becomes more capable of building the life you used to only think about. And that shift spills over into every part of your day. 9. Your mood stabilizes. At around 75 days, your mood finally levels out. The highs and lows even out. The anxiety fades. The sudden spikes of irritability or emptiness vanish. Why? Because your dopamine and serotonin systems have finished rebooting. Your reward center is working normally again. You don't need alcohol to feel good. You feel good because you're balanced. And that emotional stability gives you something even more valuable than happiness: peace. But before we get to the final transformation, there's one last piece that ties everything together. 10. Your perspective changes forever. At 90 days, you realize something profound. You're not sober. You're awake. You start seeing alcohol for what it really was. Not a comfort, but a cage. Not a friend, but a filter that dulled every good thing in your life. And once that truth lands, the desire disappears. Not because you're trying not to drink, but because you've outgrown the illusion that you ever needed to. You stop surviving without alcohol and start living without it. There's no struggle, no fight, just freedom. That's the 90-day transformation: physical, emotional, psychological, and spiritual. But there's one final realization that comes after this stage. And it's not about you. The truth beyond 90 days. After 90 days, your vision clears so much that you start noticing what's happening to the people around you. Friends, co-workers, family. The ones who still drink every night but say they're fine. The ones who never miss work, never look drunk, always seem in control. They'll tell you they don't have a problem. They'll call themselves high-functioning. But now you can see what's really happening. The same imbalance, the same anxiety, the same exhaustion, hidden behind control and success. Because high-functioning isn't freedom. It's denial disguised as discipline. And once you understand what's really going on beneath that surface, you'll realize that the most dangerous stage of drinking isn't rock bottom. It's comfort. So, if you're ready to see the truth about that illusion, the mask that keeps millions trapped while pretending they're fine, click the video on the screen now, because what you'll learn there will change how you see normal drinkers forever. and show you why control can sometimes be the most deceptive form of addiction there is.